Okay, day 2, lesson 2.7. Proving angle relationships. We're going to start today with the linear pair postulate and the vertical congruence theorem. So when two lines intersect, pairs of vertical angles and linear pairs are formed. The relationship you have used for linear pairs is formula stated below, and we're going to use that in order to prove the vertical angles congruence theorem. So the first thing is that if I have two angles forming a linear pair, then they are supplementary. And the vertical angles congruence theorem states that vertical angles are congruent. We're going to prove that. So the first thing you need is a diagram. Label angles. And we're given that angles 5 and 7 are vertical angles. We're going to try to prove that 5 and 7 are congruent. So the statements are listed here. We're going to give the reasons for each statement. The first one, 5 and 7 are vertical angles, are given. 5 and 6 are a linear pair. 6 and 7 are a linear pair. It's definition of linear pair. Five and 6 are supplementary. 6 and 7 are supplementary is the linear pair postulate. Five and 7 are congruent, and that's your congruent supplements. I'm going to abbreviate. Theorem. Okay, we're going to use this in our guided practice. So go ahead and see if you can figure out the rest of the angles with the given information. Pause the video, and then I'll be push play, and the answers will be there for you. Hopefully, as you watch that come up there, your answers agreed. And which previously proven theorem is used in example 3 as a reason, and believe it or not, it's not the linear pair postulate because that's not a theorem. It's the congruent supplements theorem. Close out the lesson here. What is the relationship between vertical angles, between two angles that are supplementary to the same angle, and between two angles that are complementary to the same angle? First off, vertical angles are congruent. Supplements to the same angle or congruent angles are congruent, and the same thing with complements. To the same angle or congruent angles are congruent. Looking at the last page, even though I already closed the lesson, I do have a few more problems for you to do. Standardized test practice says which equation can be used to find x. Well, these are a linear pair, right? So a linear pair are supplementary. So you need the equation that adds the two together to equal 180. So that would be B. So use that diagram and that equation, find the value of x, find the measure of angle TPS. Pause the video and then press play when you're ready to see your results. Okay, hopefully you followed along. I just solved for x in number 7 from the equation that we decided the prior problem. And then for number 8, you could state that it's vertical angles with QPR. So that would be substituting in 49 for x. Or you may have noticed that TPS is a linear pair with 32. In which case then you take 180 minus 32. And that's the end of day 2.